Hello, boys. Hope you enjoy trench warfare. We'll definitely be back before Christmas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nostalgia November, where we're reviewing the Great War Redux mod, which is the Great War mod for Hoi 4 that's actually continued to be updated. If you don't, for some reason, know what the Great War mod is, would you like to see a history book? Now, obviously, the Great War mod was one of the first mods that came out for Hoi 4, and I remember it fondly. A lot of it hasn't actually changed that much, but the Great War Redux is keeping it updated for you all to enjoy, and I think they've actually made a few changes. And it is a mod I don't really check out a lot, that is for certain, because, well, the gameplay in the Great War mod isn't exactly meant to be as fast-paced and as enjoyable as normal Hoi 4 for obvious reasons. Have you heard of Trenchfoot? So obviously there will be a few things very different. And I usually play as like the Europeans, but I kind of want to give the Americans a go because they're led by Mr. Taft himself, famous for getting stuck in a bathtub, the big fat man. Oh, we do actually have a focus tree. I don't really remember if the Americans used to have a focus tree, but I can't really remember. It's been a few years. And Hoi 4's rotted my brain to the core. Oh, that is something that's definitely changed. We've got a brand new tank system, and also, I think this is different. I can't really remember. It has been a very long time. This definitely hasn't changed. Hold on. I think we're a patch behind on this stuff. Well, I guess we'll take a look at the product. We only produce ship. Right now, because we are the Americans and World War I came a bit late for us, we don't really have to worry about said ships. I think our starting navy will be good enough. I hope. Yeah, I should hope the Kaiser doesn't pull anything pretty sick on us. Alright, I guess this is our historical path right here, but a lot of this is interchangeable, I've noticed, and a lot of it has just been lifted from vanilla. But yeah, I don't really feel like going too far to the left or too far to the right, funnily enough here, so I think we're just gonna go with some nice historical USA World War I game. Oh, sorry, I fell asleep mid-war participation. We're in a bit of a border conflict with the Mexicans. Excuse me? Okay, boys. Alcohol is no longer. Holy guacamole. Doing prohibition gives me minus 25%. Excuse me? Oh. This focus is not finished yet. Sorry for your inconvenience. Well, you know what? Because you've put it so politely, I'm actually feeling a little bit better about myself. Okay, Joseph T. Dickman, that is a bit of a dick move to fall ill while you're defending against the Mexican border war. Well, prohibition just supercharged the economy. That's for darn sure. Big downside to it though is we do get bootlegging, which is going to cripple our stability beyond no end, so we will have to get rid of prohibition at some point, but not just yet. Oh, somebody shot Teddy Roosevelt. I guess we'll continue the campaign. As fun as prohibition was, I unfortunately can't actually keep it around. I prefer the stability over the extra couple factories. So if we were going historically accurate here, Woodrow Wilson would go ahead and win, or if we wanted to switch it up, we could get ourselves Teddy Roosevelt back in for another term. And you know what? He is actually a lot better than his compatriot there, just for that extra civilian construction speed. That is pulling me over, I think. Yep, he's won. There he is. Oh, Mr. Roosevelt looks like a very unhappy walrus. I don't think this border war is ever going to end, but that's just the combat in the Great War. Trench warfare, baby. I finally won the border conflict. All it took was Mexico exploding. This should deal with the Mexicans once and for all. Oh, I guess we're going to have to get involved. Alright, Mexico, I've had enough of your shit. I stole your tip. And we now have the Mexicans as a puppet, and hopefully stop being annoying. Oh, I just clicked the button to buy Greenland by accident. I guess I own Greenland now. I wanted to buy the Virgin Islands so I'd finally have some place to put all my gravy tabbies. Virgins. Oh, looks like Europe's about to blow up. Not my problem just yet, though. Oh, I guess... Already calling for backup, eh? Sorry, I'm busy occupying Haiti. topical. Yeah, it's just a bit of occupation. Definitely not imperialism. We would never do that. Oh, I tried to occupy Colombia, but I don't think they liked it very much, and I kind of want to slap them. They only have 5 divisions. Surely this can't go badly. I wouldn't have the tech for naval invasion. We're gonna have to rowboat across. Oh god, I can only naval invade with 2 units. Let's hope that one of their 5 units isn't sitting on this province. Oh, this was a terrible idea. I'm holding my old naval invasion there just by force attacking with them, and I'm hoping if I get another naval invasion off in time over here, I might be able to do something, who knows? Right, maybe Ecuador will say yes to my annexation, and I fill them with troops and invade Colombia that way. Ecuador said no. Okay. Hear me out. Now I can understand why the Americans were so late to World War I when they were, having to deal with this. Oh. Guess I missed the war completely. Good news is, though, I finally got the landing. Well, I guess the good news is we may have missed World War I, but we did not miss taking over Colombia. We kind of missed it. Why can't I take that province? Are you kidding me? Oh no, I've slipped into the console. I guess I'll just continue intervening, eh? I was about to say, you never know, Germany might come back and give it a second try. But I don't think they will be. I mean, the Russians didn't even revolt into a Soviet revolt, so I guess things just went really, really well for the the Entente this game. The thing is, I wasn't expecting them to just blitz them in 2 years, so I wasn't even looking over there. But it must have been very easy for them, especially because they've enforced pretty much the strictest treaties possible on everyone involved. Nobody survived. Oh, it's been an absolute failure under the Republicans and the great catastrophe of invading South America, so Mr. Wilson, you're in. Although, you're gonna have to rewrite those points because, it's too late. I guess we'll just see what happens. Maybe something will kick off. It is very early still. Please. There you go. Yeah, well, the Turks are kicking off. Okay, this is good. Something could happen here. Yeah. That didn't go too well, did it? I guess I'll react on Russian aggression as they just absolutely obliterated the Turks. Yeah. That didn't go well. I mean, I know a lot of people meme about America not doing a lot in World War I. But I feel like this is taking it a bit too far. Oh no, a Russian civil war. How did that happen? Definitely not in the console, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. The Germans have reappeared out of complete thin air. Oh, and that had nothing to do with me, by the way. China just exploded. Actually reminds me of that old mod I played a very long time ago where it was just, I think, all of China, which the warlords. But I think the mod got removed, sadly, or else I would have gone back to it. Oh, economy just collapsed. Oh no, it looks like the Germans are going buck wild and declaring war on everyone. This is definitely natural. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and get involved. I'm just gonna have to do a bit more console working. Entente V2. Oh, but in a turn of events never foreseen on this earth, the Russians have joined the Germans. Finally, I can do something. Well, whenever my troops turn up from across the Atlantic. Alright, looks like the French army has deserted at the idea of fighting the Germans and the Russians, which have just won their civil war. Actually, with no meddling, they just beat them all on their own. That's actually kind of impressive. So it is up to the American vanguard to keep the border secure, even though there is no troops to even defend. There's no troops on either side. What a perfect time to catch the corona. Right. Try not to die. It looks like the Germans have finally turned up, and the brave Americans have actually switched their division template now, and I guess we'll start pushing because the Russians just killed Romania. This is definitely how the game was supposed to be played, and anyone that says differently, I will censor you just like I'm censoring this so-called pandemic happening in the front lines. No, I think I've clocked on to why there wasn't many German units on the front line. That's because there aren't any German units. Yeah, I think they're completely unable to build any. Thankfully, the Russians do have units, but I won't lie, all of this was just a fancy way of declaring war on the Russians. I would have done it with the Entente or the Allies, but ever since invading Colombia, I don't think I'm gonna bother trying it on the UK. Have way more troops than I do, and whilst my troops are pretty good, they can't really beat the Russians if there's 10 billion more of them. Americans didn't get involved in Russia in World War I, or just after World War I. They did intervene in the Russian Civil War, so this is just kind of like a prelude to that, eh? I'm just giving the Russians a good excuse for why they should be grateful I wasn't invited to World War I. Oh god, I just realized the front kind of pivots down here. That's gonna be a bit annoying. Oh, and I guess something happened. I'm not gonna invite the Irish to my faction. That is not going to go well. You know what? Mexico, get in the damn war. I can't remember how it works, but I'm pretty sure if you push the Russians back in old Great War that they get their civil war. I don't know if it's going to trigger in this one, as well, one, I launched them into a civil war, and two, well, I don't think it was expected that the US would be invading them, and Germany had already capitulated, or in this situation, capitulated twice. Okay, I have no idea what's going on in China though, because I keep getting pop-ups that, oh, yep, okay, they're going to war. Also, the British just sneakily ate Afghanistan there. A lot of stuff is going on in China. I think they're all just beating each other. Yep, they're all just beating each other up. Boys, I'm doing the old stanky leg and trying to take well, St. Petersburg is ours. Oh, and the Russians are actually incredibly close to capitulating, so I'm gonna call Panama and Cuba in for the added flex. Bad news though, all my guns have disappeared. By disappeared, I mean I lost them in the Russian winter. They have frozen to my barren corpses. Well, good thing World War I's over. Yeah, wasn't really too sure what to do in the peace conference, so I created the Russian Empire. The Russian Empire, and the Russian Empire. Oh, and also the Weimar Republic's here too. Yippee! This guy looks like a heckin' nerd. But yeah, I guess that was it. I would have liked to do a little bit more than this, but yeah, I don't think things would have been like any different regardless, because the AI was a bit inept in what they were building for their troops, which is a little bit disheartening. Oh, I just realized we also have another Russian Empire chilling down here. But yeah, I don't think it realistically would have made any difference. If the AI got rolled over that quickly by the AI, I would have probably rolled them over even quicker. But yeah, I would have liked for this to gone a bit more of a historical way, considering I did the boring historical path, bar a few bit of interventions, quote unquote. But that was the Great War Redux mod, although it was not exactly the Great War, was it? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff to work out here, especially considering it did just go to the new patch, I imagine, with the new DLC, so yeah. But if you enjoyed the video, you enjoyed Nostalgia November, feel free to leave a like and a subscribe down below. Anyway, on to the next mod.